Hey folks, it's Tim beside the road in the rest area in New York with a thought and some scripture. Paul advised us in 2 Corinthians 13:5 to examine ourselves whether we be in the faith. Now he gives some details there, but otherwise, how would we do that? Well, let's look to the author and finisher of our faith, speaking in the Sermon on the Mount, Matthew 7, verses 16 to 18. He's teaching us how to recognize false prophets specifically, but it applies to, how would you spot a Christian? He says, "You shall know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes of thorns or figs of thistles? Even so, every good tree brings forth good fruit, but a corrupt tree brings forth evil fruit. A good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit, neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit." Now see, I was a Boy Scout, and one of the things they taught us is if you go and you camp somewhere in the woods, you shouldn't litter. In fact, you should probably improve the site if you can, but certainly you don't leave litter all over the place. You don't leave junk all over the place. They told us a Boy Scout leaves places better than when he arrived. At the very least, you don't junk it up. Now here's the thing. If you look behind you and all you see is a trail of death and destruction and misery in the people you have touched, that's cause for self-examination, isn't it? I think we should look behind us. Now granted, it's like Paul said, I planted, Apollos watered, and God gave the increase. Okay, fine. But I think we should pay close attention to what effect we have on people. Do people feel better after seeing you? And do they go, "Oh, I hope that person comes back"? Or do they say, "Oh no, here he comes again, let me hide"? Now really, what effect do we have on people? Let's examine ourselves. A Christian should bring the light, not darkness. A Christian should bring life, not death. Take a look behind you. What does it look like? What is left in your wake? Are people better? Are people better off? Or is there a trail of dead bodies and destruction behind you? And the place where you're going next, what are you bringing with you? Are you bringing with you Jesus, who is the way, the truth, and the life? By whom, only by him, can people get to the Father? What are you bringing with you? Let's examine ourselves, folks. Are we really Jesus in the world? Or do we just destroy everything when we show up? We should be judging ourselves first and trying to see, would Jesus be proud of that thing I just did, or of that thing I am about to do? Jesus said he's the way, the truth, and the life. No man comes to the Father but by him. Are we showing people that way? Or are we just trashing everything as we go by, thinking we're so much better? No, I think it was Petra had a song that said, You're the only Jesus some will ever see. And you're the only words of life some will ever read. What are you showing people? What are people reading from your actions? I had to go. God bless y'all.